Hello crypto boys and ghouls, and welcome back to the channel, Tales from the Cryptmancer, where we feature content on play and earn games on the blockchain, such as Stella Fantasy. Now in today's video, what I wanted to do is walk you through how I was able to defeat the unique abyss level 2 of yesterday's friend is today's foe, which is an accelerated way to get character NFT shards for this game. And it's going to be at least probably ideally a minimum level of character shard farming that you're going to want to pursue or get to as quickly as possible in order to ramp up your NFT farming to be able to expand in the game or potentially, make money by selling the characters here on the Binance Smart Chain marketplace. But what I wanted to do today was talk about how I was able to achieve this in basically 2 weeks of playing the game, with the only purchase being made was the aid kit here, the Adventurer's Aid Kit, of purchasing a Rin and a Yoru, essentially for, at the time of the purchase, it was about $16 via like PayPal at the time, to get those characters to be able to progress this far in the game. And we're going to talk about the character composition that we use, the gear composition, the power, and show you the battle and talk about the strategy on how we're able to defeat this level and what it means for the game going forward. And at the end of the video, what we'll also do is discuss what just happened on yesterday night's maintenance, where they've unlocked 2 new SSR characters in the game, which are Setia and Nimue, I believe. 2 new SSR characters that can be purchased with the SFTY token on Binance Smart Chain currently. So that's an interesting development. We'll talk about that at the end of this video, talk about the pricing, the bundling, and what it might mean for the marketplace and this game moving forward. So stay tuned at the end of the video for that as well. So here is the party that we were able to use to defeat level 2 of the Unique Abyss character shard mission. And it is using just the 2 base soulbound characters that come with every free-to-play player in the game. It's level 45 Lynette and level 45 Lapis. So Lynette is a DPS, blue DPS, and Lapis is a green healer. So these are kind of like the starter characters, the soulbound characters that everyone gets. They're at max level here. They have, we'll go through the gear here in just a little bit, but the other 2 characters I have are my DPS. Here I have Yoru, which is an Adventurer's Aid character. She is a black element melee DPS physical, and then Rin here, which is an SR character, also from the Adventurer's Aid Kit, fire magical range DPS. You can see everyone is level 45 except for Rin. She's level 65 because she's an SR character. Now when I talk about the Adventurer's Aid Kit, I'll go through and show you what that is. It's available here as a package here. You can see I purchased this, the Yoru and the Rin. It was $650 here for the Yoru, and it was $4,500 for Rin. And it used the EST token here, which you can purchase here. And you can see here, you get double bonuses. So basically what I purchased here, I believe, was this EST 1810 and the EST 612 double bonus, or something similar to that. I might have gone with this one, EST 3685 double bonus, and maybe an EST 612. In either case, it was around $14 to $15 for those 2 characters to get me to where I am. Let's look at the characters themselves and see what we've done. So Rin here is part of Adventurer's Aid Kit. You can see here she's at level 75, which is max level, has a power score of 8389. Her damage is at 2312 for magical attack, and her red element attack adds an additional 67. Now from a gear perspective, I have her with all maxed uncommon gear and just common jewelry here. And this is what was able to work for Rin. The doll here is just a common doll that adds magical attack, so nothing special there. Now for my other melee DPS, which is Yoru here, you can see she's at max level, a 6278 power score, max damage of 1302 for physical attack, with a physical attack bonus here somewhere. Sorry, a black element damage bonus of 165. Now, from a gear perspective, she has all uncommon gear for weapon, hands, chest, and head. But what really pushed me over the edge here to, I believe, complete level 2 of the Yesterday's Friend is Today's Foe mission was I was able to unlock uncommon jewelry by completing level 2 of the Unique Abyss mission that unlocks the crafting gems for uncommon jewelry. You can see here I have a max level uncommon ebon earrings, which adds black element attack damage of 147 as well as 64 health. So it's not anything special, but it's definitely better than the common jewelry that I would be able to equip on Yoru, and I think it made a difference here in this battle. Now my third character here is Lynette. Again, max level, soulbound character, a 5720 power score, magic attack damage of 1303, blue element attack damage of 93. You can see here, from a gear perspective, all uncommon gear, but again, I was able to add one uncommon necklace here for jewelry, thanks to beating that other Unique Abyss jewelry mission level 2, and I was able to get some additional blue attack damage here at 26 on this piece of jewelry. Our last character here is Lapis the healer for our party. Max level here, max damage of 1200 with magical attacks, green element attack damage of 84. She really doesn't do much attack damage, she's just really there to heal. Gear here is all just uncommon gear for the main pieces and then common jewelry. Now the second piece that I will let you know, I did pull a doll that has helped me. A doll is a piece of gear, and in this particular case I was able to pull using a lucky ticket that I'd earned through just playing the game, an SR doll of Ruby here. You can see the SR Ruby doll gives me AP recovery 3, gives me additional physical fixed damage, some additional movement speed, and some additional knockdown points. So this doll is definitely also helpful, but the TLDR here is we're using max level characters, all UC gear, 2 pieces of UC jewelry, and 1 SR doll, and that's what's able to get us to be able to complete this Unique Abyss mission. And let me show you the mission itself. If we go into the Abyss, it's Yesterday's Friend is Today's Foe here. You can see here we're able to defeat level 2. It has a recommended power score of 27,390. And you can see that our party's power is under that. It's at 26,214. So we were able to punch up and able to beat the mission here with an underpowered team. So let's go into the battle and let's talk about how we're able to do it, and we'll talk about the rewards that we were able to receive. So we failed the mission many times before, probably about 10 times before we were able to successfully complete it. And we'll talk about how that went in just a second. So we start off the battle here. We try and group the mobs as tightly together as possible so our AoE attacks can do as much damage to as many enemies as possible. And we're just basically sacrificing Yoru here just in the middle of the mob, hoping the heals come through, trying to do as much damage as quickly as possible, because basically the limiting factor here is time. You can see here we were a little aggressive. We died there, and we're getting a revive here from our healer. We're letting our DPS do DPS while our healer revives. And we got Yoru back in action here. We're just trying to kite here to get our health back before we can attack again. And we're just, again, time is a limiting factor. You have to do a lot of damage quickly in order to be able to defeat the mission, because after a certain amount of time you just take damage and you will die quickly. So we're on to this final stage here. We can see that our opponent here, in this case, is Ash, and we're using our Stella Strike immediately, trying to get damage here as quickly as possible. Now again, we're trying to, in this case, just focus in on Ash, just tackle her and do as much damage as quickly as possible. And we got some good groupings here. By keeping close to our range DPS, it maximizes the time it takes for the range, or excuse me, minimizes the time it takes for them to do damage. And we're able to luckily kill a lot of the adds just by attacking Ash, and with the AoE attacks, get rid of the adds or the additional monsters. We're using our second Stella Strike here, and we're just, focusing all our damage here on Ash where possible. Now, I will tell you that I fought Kuru, I fought Akka, I fought Lynette, and I fought Lapis, and was destroyed by all of them without really much success. I think I got pretty close with Lapis, but weren't able to do enough damage to get through a heal. You can see I died again here. I'm using my healer to revive and let my DPS still do DPS. And so that's the second time we've died, unfortunately, but we're still able to stay in the fight here. And again, Ash was the only one I was able to get a victory with so far with this team. And there you go, victory is what we're able to get. So I guess target Ash from an RNG perspective and try and pull out the wins. You can see here, our time was pretty close, and look at the rewards. We got 15 rare shards, another 15 rare shards, an SR shard, another 10 random SR shards, and 2 of Akka, it looks like, as well. So a lot of shards being dropped here in level 2, much greater than in level 1 of yesterday's friend is tomorrow's foe. So this is kind of where probably the minimum you want to farm at, ideally, to be able to farm NFT characters quickly, either to advance in the game to the higher levels and missions, or to simply mint NFTs and then resell them on the marketplace. So I want to show kind of where we're at in this game for minting our own character NFTs after playing for 2 weeks. If I go to the bulletin board here, we can look at recruiting a character, which is basically being able to unlock a NFT mintable character. And you can see here for a rare character, it's going to be 50 shards. For an SR character, it's 50 as well. And then for an SSR, it's 50. So all the named characters are 50 shards to unlock. And then you have here a mystery or a random rare is 100, a random SR is 120, and a random SSR is 180. So remember, 100, 120, and 180. Now, if I go here into what we have for shards after 2 weeks of playing the game for a $16 basically investment, after completing that mission, you can see here out of SSR, I have 5 out of 180, so definitely a ways to go there. But SSRs are the most valuable NFTs and the rarest in the game. Now, an SR character shard, here I have 25 here out of, I believe it was, let's double check here, I don't have them memorized just yet, 25 SR shards out of a total of 120 that I need to unlock. So we're basically about 20% of the way to unlocking an SR character. And we need 100 for a rare character. And you can see here from a rare perspective, we're at 70. So 70% of the way to unlocking our first rare random NFT character. And all these named characters, you need 50 shards basically to unlock. You can see I have 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, and 1. So making progress slowly but surely on all of those named characters. And you might be wondering, well, what is like an SSR character worth in the game? And why would you want to farm that over time? Let's take a look at the marketplace and see what the characters are selling for. So we're here in the Stella Fantasy marketplace on Binance. We can see here sorting by the cheapest SSR character here that's unawakened. That's basically a fresh character. It's 3.49 BNB is the floor here, and 3.49 BNB you can see here is selling for roughly $237. So in this particular case, this floor is roughly at $700 for an SSR character, which is obviously gives you incentive to try and mint one of these to either sell or to use in the game as you see fit. Now from an SR character, here again, when we looked at SR for us, we're about, I think it was 20% of the way through farming an SR character. And if we look at an unawakened SR character that hasn't been used here, it's 0.24 BNB for Irina as the floor. So 0.24 BNB for an SR random character at worst case scenario. You're looking at roughly, I think that works out to be probably around $50 roughly. Maybe a little bit more for that NFT if you were to sell that at the floor. And then for a rare character, where we are basically 70% of the way through here, you can see the rare floor here is Elena, 0.069 BNB here. So I don't know exactly what that is. I guess we could take a look here. Let's see. 237 times 0.069. So the rare character floor is $16 basically here. So, you know, we're about 70% of our way to getting $16 from an NFT floor perspective. Now, obviously, we could get a better NFT than maybe Elena, maybe something with a nice passive. Maybe we could sell that for a little bit more, or certainly use it in the game. In any case, it's not bad because 2 weeks ago, we've only been playing the game for 2 weeks, and we've put roughly $16 into the game thus far. So if we could get that out in, let's say, maybe 3 weeks, you know, that's not bad to ROI our initial investment in essentially 3 weeks in this game and then be able to free roll it. So that's not terrible for an ROI perspective. Now, I also want to mention in this video the news that was released yesterday during maintenance for the game, and it was the introduction of 2 new SSR characters. Setia here, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, who is a red element character, and Nimue here, which is more of, I believe, a support / tank character here on the blue side, were unveiled here. And there's a Medium article here that details all the specifics. Actually, let's see if I can find it. Not sure where the article is, but I'll link the Medium article where you can read the details. But what I want to call your attention to are the specifics on the price here. And what they've done is they've created a bundle basically to guarantee you to be able to get your choice of either Setia or Nimue SSR. Now it's a limited promo basically. It's going to run for a little under a month. It's active right now, and it's going to last until July 12th. And basically what it will be is step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and step 5 will all give you items or characters in the game. But on the final step 5, you're going to be able to unlock a guaranteed SSR character here, either Setia or Nimue, your choice again, in which you pursue, depending on, you know, if you want to go offense or defense or whatever your ultimate goals are for your characters. Now, this total cost here is 14,500 SFTY tokens if you do all 5 steps to get that guaranteed unlock. So you don't have to do any kind of gotcha or anything or try and randomly get it. You're automatically going to pull the character at step 5. Plus, you're going to get everything here in step 1, 2, 3, and 4 along the way. Now, 14,500 SFTY when the maintenance when it came out of maintenance last night was roughly, I believe, $480. But SFTY has pumped on this news. The token, we'll take a look at it here. The token in the last 24 hours, basically since this was announced here at, let's say, 4 a.m. Eastern this morning, the token's up almost over, well, it's over 14%. It was at, let's say, 0.032, at roughly, I don't know, what was this, 16 hours ago. And now it's at 0.037, so up 14%. So it's going to be a little bit more expensive to buy that step up box character now if you were to buy SFTY token. But again, they're providing utility to the token in the game here to be able to obviously, have utility to be able to purchase, characters with this token currently, which is adding value because there's not a lot of supply of SFTY out there. Now, just real quick to go through what you get with all the different steps. At step 1, you're going to get a grade R character, a random one here, and it's going to be soulbound, so it's not going to be mintable on the Binance Smart Chain. It'll just be usable in the game. There's also some lucky tickets and some resources that are associated with step 1 here that's not really listed, but that's also a nice benefit. Step 2, you're going to get an SR grade weapon, which is soulbound, which will be obviously excellent to put on your character here, your SR character, ideally. And SR weapons are very powerful, and that's, I think, why they're making this soulbound here, because they don't want to flood the market with those SR weapons. They're very hard to create, and they're very valuable in the marketplace. We'll just take a look here in the marketplace as an example. Those gear pieces are very hard to create. If we focus on SR weapons here, there's only 3 available on the market. And you can see their prices here. The floor price is at 0.25 BNB for one of these weapons. Like I said, they're very difficult to forge or craft, and they're worth, I guess, what is that, roughly $60 or so if you wanted to craft and sell one of those. So that's why they're, I think, just providing a soulbound here in this case to equip on your SSR character. Now, step 3, you're going to get a random SR character. This is going to be an NFT based character, so you could sell it if you wanted to. And then step 4, you're going to get another random character of a random grade. That's an NFT character. It could be rare, it could be SR, it could be SSR. You just never know. And then step 5 gives you the guaranteed SSR. So it's an interesting, I guess, addition to the game here. I know a lot of the older players maybe aren't super happy with this addition, because basically for roughly $500 you're getting a guaranteed SSR character, when, as you can see, prior to now on the market, the lowest SSR character here was 3.49 BNB, and that's again roughly $700 for the floor price of an SSR, where now through the game, through the SFTY token, you're basically for a limited time able to get an NFT-based SSR character for roughly $500. So this may have some near-term impact on the Stella Fantasy market here for SSR characters. Again, there's only available on the market right now for SSR characters. There's only, it looks like 12, 15, 18, there's only 21 SSR characters even available for sale. So it's not like there's a huge number of these even in existence. So the market still should be pretty good if you want one of these SSRs. It's just that now, as maybe a new player coming into the game, you have a chance to get an SSR character at a little bit of a discount. Now again, $500 is not inexpensive. It's not cheap for sure. But if you're looking at, coming into Stella Fantasy, this could be a great opportunity if that's something that's in your budget and you like the game and, well, you think it has a potential to be successful. Again, not financial advice, of course. So there you have it. Just some updates on the new starter kit that's available, some of what has happened here in the market thus far in the first 24 hours with the token and the SSR pricing staying pretty much stable at this point in time. But in any case, we're enjoying playing the game. It's been fun. It is taking some time because you have to do the battles and play the battles. There's no botting or anything like that. So, you have to play the game to basically earn in the game and progress. But I'm having a lot of fun. Again, as you can see, progressing through the game, building my characters, building my team, and getting to a point where within 2 weeks I was able to basically defeat the level 2 NFT character shard farming level, which was, obviously a nice achievement. So I hope this video has been informative for you. Let me know how you're enjoying Stella Fantasy. Let me know how far you've progressed through the storyline in the unique Abyss rifts and what your strategy is moving forward with either a free-to-play or maybe a small investment of the adventure aid kits, or are you going all out and trying to get those SSR step-up bundles? Let me know in the comments below. And until next time, keep stacking those stats.